Welcome to the Lunar Lounge.
The Hitmakers.
Welcome to the Lunar Lounge.
Good day to every single one of you, wherever you are on the planet. You are tuned in. You are now listening to the Lunar Lounge podcast with myself, Israel Josie. If you have not subscribed to this YouTube channel, hit that subscription button now. Yes, I am live. I am live every Wednesday, 12:30 p.m. UK time. Supposed to be. I'm also live on the Instagram also as well. So shout outs to, was it Yes Sir 2000? Shout outs to Yes Sir 2000 on the Instagram. Shout outs to Faye, shout outs to Tiffany, shout outs to Yvette, who have also joined me here on the YouTube live. How are you working that one, my dear? Looks like I'm seeing two same people. One's on the Insta, one is on the YouTube. Well. Multitasking, are we, Yvette? Great to have you here. Yes, peace. If you're tuning in for the first time, this is the astrological show. You know me, man. Sacred Planets, aka Astrology of the Soul, bringing all the information. This is a show that informs, it entertains, it inspires, it empowers, it uplifts, it educates in all ways, shapes, and forms. And essentially, the job is to bring the planets down here on Earth, showing you how the planets astrologically, how they are affecting us down here on Earth. I will be bringing up the chart of the moment. There's also a competition. There may be two competitions. I may be doing two questions here. Two books are up for grabs. One is still up. There's a few answers that have come in, and there's a new one. This is a banging book for any of you serious astrologers out there. You really want to try and get hold of this one. I'm going to make the question hard. It ain't going to be easy. I'm giving you gems upon fucking gems. Yeah, I said it. Two books up, might be up for grabs. I'm going to check the answers again, what was sent to me. But hey, so competition time later on. So that will be coming a bit later. And, as we do as well, we got the tarot card of the week coming up. Speaking of tarot card of the week, I've also got a tarot card course, which is going to be on the 9th and the 10th of December. So not this weekend, the following weekend. There's going to be a tarot course. That should be all over my social media and stuff like that. It's over a period of 2 days. It's just a few hours each day, so try not to make it too heavy, but 2-3 hours each day. All classes will be recorded, so you also get the recorded material for those people who sign up. It is what it is. So anybody who's interested, wanting to learn more about the tarot, you can jump on board. Beginners, intermediate, so both can jump on here. Strange, different timings on Insta and YouTube. Yeah, I think there's a bit of a delay. I don't know. I think it might be quicker on the YouTube. I think I could be wrong. Or it's vice versa. It would be one of them, wouldn't it? But I don't think they're going to be the same because different different streamings, the platforms and all that kind of palaver. You know how it goes. What else did I want to talk about? What's been going on in the news? What is the weather like where you are? Shout outs to, oh my God, we got a celebrity in the house. We got a celebrity. Shall I call out your name? Is it okay to call out your name? Give you a shout out? Shout outs. Welcome, Kelechi. Amanda also as well in the building. I'm also live on the Instagram here, of course. What is going on astrological wise? So I'm going to be talking about that. I'm going to be bringing up the chart for the moment. Are you laughing? We got a celebrity in the building. Shout outs. Aren't you in Nigeria? I'm sure I saw your post in Nigeria with the new building and stuff like that. Well done to that as well. Shout outs, well done. Sending you lots of positive energy there. Don't worry, I'm there with you fully. So shout outs there. But I saw you, I think I post the other day, but I'm not so up to date on the social. But yeah, welcome, Mason. You're back now. You got back yesterday. Okay. So great to hear that. Great works. Shout outs to you. So you and mum there, getting to work like a proper Niger woman. That's what I like to see. Niger woman getting to work. Don't tell me people ain't doing things like that, people, because people are. And this sister is definitely one of them. So definitely give her a follow. Shout out to Sister Kemi, also in the building. Okay. So I'm going to be bringing up the chart for the moment. You guys who are on this, so don't get to see the chart for that because I'm here. I've got like 3 screens in front of me, and you are just one of those 3 screens. So bear with me here. Trying to juggle all this stuff. Ain't there a platform that does all this in one? Like, can't they? Listen, I'm putting an idea out there. Any techie guys out there, like, try and do some platform where you can stream from Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, all of them, LinkedIn, whatever platform it is, where people can, come in, and they can just stream from same time. That's right. That's right. I've made you a millionaire right there with that idea. Yeah, don't tell me I don't give you ideas, because I'm giving you ideas now. So I'll be bringing up the chart of the moment, and then we'll be looking over the course of the next couple of weeks. We just had a full moon just the other day, right, in Gemini. Okay, so we'll have a brief talk about that. But I've been telling you about that for the last month. You know me. I always try to keep you updated, because for those people who listen to the recording on the podcast, by the way, I'm on all podcast platforms, by the way. Spotify, Apple, Amazon, you name it, I'm there. So you can always catch the recording on that. So again, like I said, competition time coming up later on. I sent out, remember the question for last week, right? Nobody's we got some celebrities up in here. They might just grab this book here. Saturn Through the Ages, by a good friend of mine, Charles Obert. Really good book. Between Time and Eternity, Saturn Through the Ages. It's a grab. I put out 2 questions. Nobody knows these answers. And two people who answer this question are, quote unquote, my students. I'm about to disown your ass. You should know better, because I know I taught you this. But this one is going to be a classic. I'm telling you. For those of you into traditional medieval astrology, you want to get hold of this one. You cannot get this book. I promise you. You cannot get this book. Don't tell me I don't throw you lot gems. Competition time coming up later on. Also as well, Alicia, yes, welcome. Yes, shout out to Sister Kemi. Good afternoon to you as well. What else did I want to talk about? What's going on in the headlines? The negotiations. I said negotiations. Is that what you're calling it? The truce between State of Israel and Palestine is being extended, right? Okay, that's good to see. They're releasing some hostages. Well, release somebody. Somebody's getting released. But I did tell you, Venus in Libra will bring about that kind of activity. I told you, don't tell you, go listen back. I told you, the moment Venus sextiled Mercury in Sag, that was it. Peace talk, ceasefire, releasing hostages. Venus in Libra will do that. That's what it's about, negotiations. So that's good. So Venus is there. However, she's squaring Pluto now, isn't she? Okay, well, I'll be bringing up the chart in a moment, and I'll be speaking about that. Mercury's about to move into Capricorn in the next, couple of days or so. We've also got a Mercury retrograde coming up, so we'll be speaking all about that. Next new moon in Sagittarius. We're in the Sagittarius season. Remember last week's show? just towards the tail end of the show, the sun moved into Sagittarius. Literally on my track. That's a blessing. I'm seeing that as a blessing. So yeah. Oh, they're asking me what's my email address. I'll be giving out the email address in a moment. Don't be emailing me personally. I'm gonna be giving out the email address. You can't answer now. No. It don't work like that. The answer's not now. Okay. When I do the competition, remember the rules are: you answer the first person to inbox me next week, Wednesday, from 12 midnight. From the moment 12 midnight Wednesday comes, the first person who inboxes me, and then I'll announce it on the show. That's what it is. Just to give you a quick brief, yes, the email is thelunarloungepodcast@gmail.com. thelunarloungepodcast@gmail.com. Welcome to the show, Fraser. So yes, Kelechi's letting me know. Yes, so Venus square Pluto makes sense. I've been asked to do something that fits this. Yeah, it was quite intense, isn't it? Venus Pluto. I've been speaking about that for the last couple of weeks. I'll speak about it again today. It's extremely resourceful. Pluto's all about that power and that transformation and bringing up all that stuff, all that muck that is all buried in, beneath, within our subconscious and in our soul. But Pluto likes to purge the soul. So it's bringing up all that stuff. And in square with Venus, it's asking us to transform that through our love, talents, values. Venus represents our values. What do we value? What do you truly value? So that will all depend, obviously, where Venus is, obviously, in your own chart. Because we all value different things, don't we? We've all got different Venuses. Not everybody's got a beautiful Venus like moi. Venus in Libra. Beat that. Put that in your smoke and pipe it and smoke. Well, put it in your pipe and smoke it, whichever one it is. Do we have a prominent Mars Mercury aspect at the moment? Well, I'll be bringing up the chart for the moment, and I will be letting you know. So we can definitely talk all about that. So shout out to people on Instagram who are joining me. What else is here? I haven't responded to my WhatsApp. I'm due to my next report. Yvette, This ain't the place to be talking about that. People talking about their private readings. Yes, you are. Don't worry, you'll be getting it today. I've actually done it already, actually. I thought I actually sent it, but I haven't. What's your email address? Okay. All right, but you can't answer now. The answer is for next week. It's rolled over to the next week now. It doesn't look like there's a winner for this week either. So yeah, shout outs, Iman. Shout out Imani. Yes. These names sometimes they're confusing. Shout out to everybody who's there on the Instagram. So where am I going now? Okay, let's bring up the chart for the moment and let's get into to that. This is what frustrates me, because for the people on Instagram, but I let you know what it is that I'm looking at and what I'm talking about, so you don't necessarily need to worry so much about that. I keep you in the loop. So okay, let's go to the chart of the moment, and let's see what's happening here. I'm just finding it very interesting how the Sun and Mars, although the Sun is pulling away, he moves quicker, doesn't he? But it's just very interesting how both of them are just kicking it like buddies, Batty and Bench, as the yard man would say. Just kicking it along, and they're just, the two of them are drawing heat, man. When remember at school when you had two troublemakers in the class, and the teacher would say, right, you go sit over there and you go sit over there. That's what the Sun and Mars need to do right now. Because Mars is also combust. So you're gonna have a bit of an unruly Mars there, right there anyway. And in a fire sign as well now. So, what am I looking at? Okay, first and foremost, the moon is in Cancer. Celebrate Cancer. Shout out to any Cancerians in the building or any Cancerian placements. Cancer rising. Moon is in Cancer. She's in her own domicile right now. do you know what? It's quite interesting. Do you know what I brought to the show today? An orange. I've been addicted to oranges for the last couple of days. I've been munching on these bad boys. I stopped at one of these, these turkey shops. And you know them turkey shops. I don't know where they get their fruits from, but at the same place as them supermarkets, they got a special delivery. I don't know where they're getting them from, but their fruits are nice. They'll often have seeds in them. They taste better. I'm telling you, them man, they got the hookup. We need to find out where their hookup is. Because Sainsbury's or none of them shop, they ain't got their hookup. I'm telling you, they're getting their fruit from somewhere else. Anywho, I've just been munching on oranges non-stop. I need to be careful with this because, again, it's all sugar. But when you got a moon in Taurus like myself, well, it is what it is. So, food show, I'm going to be munching on my oranges. So, yo, what's good, my man? Mayhem, how you doing? Yes. Yeah, oh yeah, definitely. I've been missing for a bit on Instagram. Forgive me. I'm coming back today. I'm a mouthful. I'm coming back today. I'm going to start posting today. I haven't posted in a while. In a couple of days, about 3 days. I've been mad busy, man. Mad busy. Did you guys see my show on Sunday on the Instagram? I said Instagram. On the YouTube. Chill and Spill. Shout out to Chill and Spill. Listen, I'm going to be giving you their YouTube channel in a mo. You need to go check them out, subscribe, follow these beautiful women who got a wonderful show on every Sunday. And I was on their Sunday Live. It was an honor to be a guest there. So, so shout outs to Nubian and the Chill and Spill team. Great. I'm having too much fun. Tell me about it. Yes, I do need to come back to the gram. Definitely. Well, answer your WhatsApp. Answer my WhatsApp. Why? Have you WhatsApped me? Oh God, I'm terrible on the WhatsApp. I'm a wanted man. What do you expect? Shout outs to Jasmine in the building. Live here on the Insta. Okay. So let's talk about some planetary stuff here. Well, we'll mix it up, won't we? We'll have a bit of a joke and we'll go back to the planets. So, Sun and Mars, they're kicking it, but the Sun's separating. Mars is still combust, so it's weakened. Combust means it's weakened. However, what else is happening? The Moon is in Cancer, so I spoke all about that. Anybody cooking today? Do you know what? As well, it's quite interesting. Seriously, and I'm not just saying this. I'm not going to tell you what I bought, but I bought something nice yesterday, and I say I'm gonna cook it down today with some nice jollof rice. Taking it back home. And yeah. So if you're in the area, pass by. I might give you a plate. Moon in Cancer, very fitting for that. As the moon is just in at 3 degrees. So yeah. So what else did I want to talk about? So Sun and Mars, as they moved into Sagittarius, and I mentioned this last week. It's waning now. There's still a bit of a square between Saturn and Mars. Okay, they're still squaring each other. Again, I mentioned last week, I even put it on the gram also as well. It's not a great time to want to really kind of go fast, if you want to say. Saturn-Mars energy is really, if balanced quite well, it's a tremendous energy for really great motivation, for finishing off certain projects. It's wonderful in that sense. So Mars Saturn can really give you an energy that it's like, right, get stuff done, go through. If you've had projects that are on the back burner, you know, sometimes we're doing stuff and we sort of like, oh, it gets a bit too difficult, leave it alone. That Saturn Mars is a really good one to like, okay, crash it through now, complete it, get it over and done with. Really great time to organize certain things in your life, certain structures in your life. It's not really about quick stuff. It's not a quick energy. It's not that kind of energy. Welcome, Center of Unified Healing. Welcome to the show, to the Lunar Lounge podcast. So Saturn squaring Mars about now. Although it's waning, the energy is still there. It's going to be there for at least another 2-3 days. So during this time, just be mindful that it's really about doing things fully, like no cutting no corners, not trying to rush, no instant gratification. It's not going to happen with that. Well, sun is sort of like gone now. Sun is at 7 degrees. So, but he's still hearing the voice of Saturn behind him. But Mars, he's definitely still in the clutches of Saturn. So it's like, slow down, baby. That's what that essentially is about. But it can be very good, again, for completing certain projects, for, attaining certain goals, accomplishing certain missions. It's a really good one, but you've just got to start slow and, it starts continuing from there. So that's it. And I also think as well that this Saturn-Mars is also somewhat connected also to the ceasefire, because Mars is the god of war, right? He's the planet of war. So, and Saturn saying, stop, buddy. Where you think you're going? Ceasefire. I think that's a good analogy. Saturn square Mars, cease the fire. Yes, Saturn is turning them into gentlemen, quite rightly so. Hardworking gentlemen also at that. You mentioned something. There are a bunch of Martian thugs doing old-fashioned stuff. Yeah. I hear that, yes. So yeah, please save these live to your stories. I really want to say, okay, all right, cool. Yeah, you want me to get all technical, save it on the stories? I hear that. Okay. All right, no worries. I'm going to put something on the stories, that's for sure. I'll put the edited version on the stories. So we've had this Saturn-Mars thing going on for the last couple of days, and Sun-Mars as well, but they are waning right now. So things will slowly start to build up and start to speed up, over the course of the next 3, 4, 5 days. Over the next week, you start to see the energies starting to be loosened. What else is happening here? Well, we've got Venus squaring Pluto at the moment, and it's building up. I did speak about that, or I have been speaking about that over the course of the last couple of weeks. But in the next few days, we know definitely on the 1st of December, Mr. Mercury is going to move into Capricorn. Mercury in Capricorn. What's that all about? Well, Mercury is the planet of communication, isn't it? So it's all about down to earth, practicality, mundane life. It's really about paying attention to this earthly plane in some kind of way, but being very practical. Capricorn likes, it's traditional, isn't it? It's ruled by Saturn. It's get that. And interestingly, as he moves into Capricorn in those first degree, he's actually going to be making a sextile, an alignment, for those of you who are not astrologically versed. He's going to be making a sextile to Saturn. So I find that quite interesting. That's known as a reception. So there's a reception there. Mercury's going to be having a reception while he's in Capricorn as well. So he's going to be enhanced. Now, even though Mercury is in his quote-unquote shadow period, he's already acting up, isn't he? Especially, did any of you guys feel that a friend of mine rang me up 2-3 days ago? I saw about 10 missed calls from her. Shout out to Layla, who's joined us on the Instagram. She rang me up. She goes, "Oh, can you help me? What's happened?" I went to a restaurant to go and eat. And while I was there, these little kids came in and they were begging. And before I knew it, whoop, they lifted my phone. I said, "Listen, I've been telling you guys about this stuff. watch out for your personal belongings. Yeah. I think we had Seven of Swords, didn't we, as a card of the week a couple of weeks ago. I think that might have been a bit longer actually, but nevertheless, it was something that I did mention with Mercury squaring Neptune. Scams, right? Scams. Careful of your phone. Lost items. Misinformation. So some of the stuff that we do experience during the Mercury retrograde, but you know, a little with a twist, because you know, Neptune just fogs things up, it pollutes things. So this Mercury square Neptune, it's not been nice to quite a few people, I tell you. And I told you about me. I don't know what told me to go and click this button on my desktop. Do you want to back up your back up what? You back shit up that I'm. You see, and this is the thing. Backed up stuff I've lost. Listen, data upon data upon data. I should have. I'm regretting I've pushed that button. I should have just left it how it was. So yeah, it's been a madness with the Mercury square Neptune, mate. But let's watch this space. But he's moving into Capricorn anyway, where things become more realistic and not so foggy, more down to earth, more pragmatic, more methodical. Shout outs to Flower. I'm gonna just call you Flower. Flower's cool. Hello, my dear. Mason saying packages going missing. I ordered something. It just came literally before I started the podcast. I ordered something last week. They said, "Oh, you will get it by the 25th, latest 26th of November." What's today's date? 29th. Listen, brother. Sort out your stuff. Yeah, packages going missing. All of those kind of stuff, man. It's been a madness. You've really got to try and get your head through the clouds when there's a Neptune, especially Neptune Mercury, you know. Even with traffic. You've been traveling out, you've been going out lately? Because I've been, it's different. It's different. Diversions and all this kind of stuff. It's like, I mean, there's always diversions, but not like this. Okay. So we had the Mercury square Neptune. On the 1st of December, he's going to be moving into the sign of Capricorn. He's sextiling Saturn, so that's good. Great to get some work done. For any of you guys who are doing writing, this is a great time to perhaps maybe get some writing done. Yeah, you want to be getting some writing done. You want to be, putting pen to paper. You want to be turning thoughts into action. You want to be materializing your thoughts. Capricorn is a materialistic sign. I don't necessarily mean money grabbing or gold digging, but I'm talking material as in physical. It's an earth sign. So Mercury moving there brings things down into reality, brings thought forms down into reality. So all of that stuff where the mind was while it was going through Sag, now you make it practical. Now you earth it, you ground it. You see, all that philosophy, so to speak. Shout outs to is it Mario Mago official? Do forgive me if I'm terrible with names. But shout outs. Welcome to the Lunar Lounge podcast. So Mercury moving into Capricorn, that's what that's really about. Okay, so bear that in mind, guys. Time's now to get things, but that can be a very good and productive time, actually, especially with the sextile to Saturn, contracts being signed, negotiations, things like that. Even though Mercury's still in his shadow period. What else do I want to talk about? Madame Venus, still in the sign of Libra, doing some good things. Like I said, the whole negotiation of the whole stuff with the Palestine and Israel and stuff like that, and it's good. And they're extending the truce. They keep extending the truce. So, you know, that's good as well. Looks like I'm neglecting some of you got the comments here on the YouTube. Hi, Israel. It's Nubian here. Good afternoon. Oh, shout out to Nubian. Chill and spill. Guys, go look them up on. I'm a put their tag up also when I uplift this later on my YouTube channel also as well. You need to follow these two sisters. They're doing really great stuff. They have a podcast which is full of fun, laughter. I've never laughed so much in my life. I was literally creasing up, but I had to be professional, of course, because I was a guest. I didn't want them saying, brother, what kind of man you bring on this show? But, you know, so I didn't want to embarrass you. However, big up the show. So shout out to Nubian. So shout out to Shalina Nubian. And yes, somebody saying, oh wow, yum yum. Israel's jollof rice is the boom. Yeah, damn right it is. I'm joking. If you're in the area, come and get some. Gonna have people knocking at my door now. Where you there? Let me get some of that jollof rice. Okay. Okay, Tiffany's saying, oh, Sun is conjunct my natal Jupiter today. Well. Time to grow, time to expand. Go for it. That's nice. Sun on your Jupiter. So it's your birthday in a few times. No, sorry. Oh, the Sun is conjunct your natal Jupiter. Sorry. I'm thinking the other way around. Sorry. Yes. So no, cool stuff. Yeah, no, that's good. That's good. It will light up your Jupiter, of course. Something is bound to happen. Watch out. Sometimes it's subtle, sometimes it's just things, but it will expand something. That's good. I'll take that one. That's a good transit. And it may have even been working from a few days ago. So yeah. Careful not to eat too much though. I collected an order from Boots on Sunday when I got home. It was not my order. Jesus Christ. Yeah, classic. You couldn't make this up if you tried, could you? Yeah. Neptune, Mercury. It's something else, I tell you. Okay, one bottle down, another one to go. You know me, man. I don't play with my water. Yeah, so Mercury, Neptune would have that kind of effect. And it's fair to say it's just waning now. So things should start clearing up. The moment he moves into Capricorn and he sextiles Saturn, back to reality. No more in that world of imagination anymore. What's happening down here? See, we're really meant to be taking these quote-unquote otherworldly spiritual energies and ground them in Earth. That's what we're meant to be doing. So, Mercury, Neptune. So, Madame Venus in Libra at the moment, coming towards the end. She's squaring Pluto right now. That square is going to be exact on the 3rd of December. The 3rd of December. That's going to be this Sunday coming, right? So this Sunday coming is the Pluto-Venus square when it's going to be exact. Okay? So you want to, this is a very resourceful aspect. Okay? Venus, we know, is to do with our relationships. She's to do with our values. She's connected with quote-unquote our talents, the things that we are good at. And Pluto is a purging, serves as a purging function. So yes, it's a square, and a square can often be quite challenging. However, we are being challenged, or we are being asked, or we are being urged by this planetary configuration to change, transform the nature around our relationships, to change and transform the nature of how we love, how we see love, how we give and receive love. That is what this is about. To change our way, to change our to look at our talents in a particular way, because although we may have talents and we are aware of them, we also have talents that, or aspects of our talents that are buried. We all do that. We bury our talents. So Pluto Venus asks us to uncover that, unravel that which is buried, which is hidden, that which you have repressed. You know, Pluto deals with that kind of energy. So something is going, which means that something's touching on my computer. And I've fiddled around with every single knob you can think of. Looks like Mercury, Neptune is still at work. Yeah. So anyway, so Pluto square Venus is really asking us to transform that, you see, to transform that energy, to transform our values, to take it to the next level. So it's purging. So certain relationships that are perhaps sensitive to this, or people perhaps who are Libra rising or Taurus rising, Pisces rising, or people who, or anybody who has a Venus-Pluto aspect in their chart, regardless of what aspect. If you've got a Venus-Pluto aspect in your chart, you will feel this. And you will be urged, you will be used as a, you will be used as a, what's the word I'm looking for here? You'll be used as a mechanism. You'll be used as a, I'm looking for a word. It's gone. Mercury, Neptune, bring it back. You'll be used as a vessel. That's it. You see, that's somebody who's tuned in. You'll be used as a vessel, a vehicle, a vessel. You will be used as a vessel, as a vehicle for that energy, for those archetypes, for that transformation. Anybody who's sensitive to this, you will act it out on some level. So this is the time where we start to hear about certain relationships going through certain stresses, through certain transformations. You will find that with the Pluto Venus. So do watch out for that. But it's extremely resourceful. Remember, Venus is also connected with money. Pluto's connected with money. Pluto is the planet of wealth. He's the lord of the underground, lord of the subterranean world. Well, where you think all those diamonds and gold and all that comes from the world of Pluto. He owns all that. Diamonds, very interesting. Time, pressure in the realm of Pluto. So it's also asking us of looking at other ways or transforming certain aspects of our life, that where we can also find other or new avenues or transform certain ways in terms of our money, how we get money, how we spend money. It needs to go through a change. Might need to pay off some debts, you know. Look at your talents. Look at what you're good at. Okay, change it, transform it. You see, that is what this aspect. So the universe is constantly speaking with us and working with us in a particular way. So yeah. So that's Pluto Venus. So that's going to peak on the 3rd of December. 3rd of December, watch out, guys. That's when it reaches its peak. And then on the 4th of December, 4th, 5th of December, Venus moves into Scorpio. Well. Shout out to the Scorpios. We just finished your season, of course. You notice I'm addicted to these oranges, man. Somebody come get me. I can't get enough of them. They are, I'm telling you. And they're not seedless. They got seeds in them. Shout out to Core Crystals. Join the live. Shout out to Self Lover Rainbow. Welcome to the show. So yeah. So on the 4th, 5th of December, Venus is going to move into Scorpio. Shout out to any Scorpios out there. Venus is coming into your sign. I'm sure you're going to get a gift, or you're going to get something nice. I'm sure. I betcha. When Venus moves into the sign of Scorpio, shout out to Messe. Is it Messe? Salary. Forgive me if I got your name wrong. I'm terrible with names. Venus in Scorpio, moving into Scorpio. We know Scorpio is a zodiac sign. Scorpio is very misunderstood, first and foremost. We know in astrology, Scorpio gets the worst rap, okay? For obvious reasons. But it's very much misunderstood. People see Scorpio as very, Scorpios are beautiful people. Make no mistake about it. It's a wonderful sign. All signs are beautiful. I mean, every sign has its positive and negative. You're not going to shout outs to Pretty. How you doing, Pretty? And pretty you are. So Scorpio gets a bad rap of all the zodiac signs. And again, it's very, very much misunderstood. Every sign has its positive and negative. But yes, it's understandable. How you doing, Jasmine? Yes, Scorpio has a way, it's an intense sign. I mean, nobody can deny that. It's ruled by Mars, right? And co-ruler Pluto, if you want to say, if you want to chuck Pluto in the mix. And it's a water sign and it's fixed, so that it has that kind of intensity behind it. You've just got to know how to. You got to know how to swim in the waters of Scorpio. Yeah, when you're swimming in the waters of Scorpio, there's certain rules that you must abide by. You don't splash. You don't make a splash. Okay, that's something you don't do in the waters of Scorpio. You float gently and nicely. You don't splash any water. You'd make sure you don't go in the water with any cuts. And just enjoy the transformation and the healing energy of what Scorpio essentially is about. It's a zodiac sign with a lot of depth. Venus in Scorpio loves on a very, very deep level. So when Venus moves into Scorpio on the 4th, 5th of December, she's going to be asking us to take our values into depths, to take them beneath. Scorpio is a little bit like the deep sea diver. If you go too deep beneath the waters, the pressure, you can explode there. You saw what happened with that Titanic submarine, didn't we? No disrespect, but that's how Scorpio is. Got to be careful. Got to treat it with respect. Got to be mindful with it. But it's extremely loving. Make no mistake about that. But Venus in Scorpio, we know Venus has troubles there in Scorpio. All the insecurities start coming out with Venus in Scorpio. Our insecurities start, oh, I wonder if she's doing that. Oh, is he doing this? Oh, who's that? Paranoia can be some of the manifestations of Venus in Scorpio. So we got to be very, very mindful there. But it's a terrain that really asks us to really to trust. Scorpio needs to trust. I can't pronounce some of these names that are coming in the Instagram. How do I pronounce that? Mango Mangrove Beacon. Forgive me. You know who I'm talking about. You know I'm talking about you. Shout outs to Joe. How you doing? Hello, hello. You got me wanting a bowl full of citrus fruits now. Citrus fruit with coconut now. Yeah, Tiffany, go for it, man. Go for it. Get yourself some nice oranges. I've eaten some oranges in my life, but these ones, boy, I hope they're not genetically modified. If they are, they must be putting hella sugar in them. I tell you. Back to the cosmic news or updates. So yeah. So that's Venus squaring Pluto at the moment, but about to embark on her journey in the underworld as she goes through the sign of Scorpio. Venus is not that bad in Scorpio, you know. She's triplicity ruler. And she also rules one of the decans as well. I think it's the last decan, the last 10 degrees of Scorpio. I think goes to Venus. So yeah, don't shy away on Venus in Scorpio. She can hold her own. So that's good. So we'll take the Venus in Scorpio. So Mercury moves into Capricorn. Venus is going to move into Scorpio. What else have we got? Well, Saturn's moving forward now. Saturn is moving forward. Still at the early degrees of the mutable signs. Okay. So for those of you who were born February 20th, 21st, 22nd, 23rd, 24th, 25th. For those of you who were born May 21st, 22nd, 23rd, 24th, 25th. For those of you who were born August 23rd, 24th, 25th, 26th. And for those of you who are born November 23rd, 24th, 25th, 26th. You guys are feeling the weight of Saturn right now. You must be. I betcha. Especially for any of you guys who are born in the night, who are born around that time, are feeling or any of you guys who have planets at the early mutable degrees. Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, Pisces. Yeah, I know, it's your time. You know, it's quite interesting as Saturn goes through the zodiac signs, how he starts making aspects, even me as an astrologer, I've just noticed now in the last 10 years that the clients that come through, how they will all have planets in signs where Saturn is opposing, squaring, or conjuncting. It works like clockwork. It's a no-brainer, when Saturn was in Capricorn, I got all the shout outs to Crave, who's joined us here on the Instagram live. When Saturn moved into Capricorn, I got all the cardinal signs, all the Aries, all the Cancers, all the Libras, all the Capricorns. What's happening in my life? Then he moved into Aquarius. Then I got all the fixed signs. And remember, when he was in Aquarius, that was COVID. He literally moved in when, well, for us over here in UK, that's when the whole thing shut down. Yeah, and that was the Saturn return for the internet as well, wasn't it? So anyway, so everybody went online. So yeah, Saturn goes into Aquarius. Then I got all the fixed signs: your Tauruses, your Leos, your Scorpios, and your Aquarius. Now he's moved into Pisces. guess what I'm getting? I'm getting the Geminis, I'm getting the Virgos, I'm getting the Sagittarians, I'm getting the Pisces. It's a no-brainer. Once you start knowing how these planets work, once you understand the cycles, they just keep on repeating. So anyway, Saturn is at the early degrees. He's moving forward now. He's going to start picking up speed a little bit. And yes. And by the way, on the 4th, 5th of December, when Venus moves into Scorpio, she's going to trine Mr. Saturn. Now that's good. We're getting some more structure around our relationships, more structure around our values. So after she finishes squaring Pluto, so we deal with all of that purging and that transformation, she moves into Scorpio, she trines Saturn. She trines Saturn, we start becoming a bit more structural around our relationships, around our values. This is also good for money management, baby. Start putting that money away. Start saving it away. And you're going to find out why in a minute. So she's going to trine Saturn. Venus trine Saturn is really good. It can really give us some good structures. We can learn a lot from that. It's a grounding time. Not so difficult. It's a place where we can be really assisted. Don't know what's happening with my eyes here. But yeah, so that's a good transit. Yeah, Venus, Saturn. Let's go with that one. So yeah, shout outs. But what happens is shortly after that, after the trine, shout outs to MQ on the Instagram joining. Welcome to the Lunar Lounge podcast. So Venus trines Saturn, but then a few days after that, literally, let's say from about the 7th of December, Venus starts to oppose Jupiter. We got a Venus-Jupiter opposition. People, so you see why now I said, it's quite interesting how this works. Now we're getting the Venus-Pluto, transformation around relationships, money, values, talents, all of those things. Then Venus moves into Scorpio, sign of the deep. Then she trines Saturn, money management. So we get a bit of structure here. And then a few days later, as that trine with Saturn is waning, around about the 7th of December, Venus starts to oppose Jupiter. Opposition to Jupiter. Okay? Party time. Be careful with this one because it's an opposition and it can create certain imbalances around pleasure, overspending. That is actually going to peak. That peaks on the 10th of December. On the 9th, 10th of December is going to be the peak of that opposition between Venus and Jupiter. Okay? That's when it's going to peak. But it starts from about the 3rd, even from about the 2nd of December. That's when it's going to start. So there's a build-up. On the 9th and 10th is when we're going to get the peak of that. It's quite interesting because the 8th and the 9th of December is Friday and Saturday. So generally people are going out partying, drinking anyway. I bet you the bars and the restaurants are going to make a lot of money especially on the 9th. Why do I say that? Because the moon is going to be in Scorpio, conjunct Venus, both of them opposing Jupiter on that day. So if you're in the hospitality business, that's going to be a good day for you. But people are going to spend money and going to have a good time. And they're going to want to drink and eat. But do be mindful with this. Moon is going to be in Scorpio. Whatever you do, ladies, don't buy no clothes. I tell you this all the time. Don't buy clothes when Moon is in Scorpio. That's a given. That is a given. I betcha. I dare you to go and buy a Louis Vuitton or a Chanel or a YSL, a Prada, a Gucci on the 9th of December, I double dare you. And throw away the receipt. You ain't going to be too happy, mate, I tell you. It won't last a month. Don't buy clothes when the moon is in Scorpio. It will not last. It will tear. It will. You see all these little things. It's all about the planetary placements and alignments. You got to know when to do things and when not to do things. You don't buy clothes when the moon is in Scorpio. Or better yet, not when it's in Scorpio, conjunct Venus in Scorpio, because the moon is in her fall in Scorpio and Venus is in detriment in Scorpio. And both of them are going to be opposing Jupiter. Hell no. Stay away from the clothes shop. 8th, 9th of December, stay the fuck away. All right. Yeah, don't be don't be approaching any of those clothes shops, man. So yeah. Why no clothes? I've been asked there. Why no clothes? Why can't I buy clothes when the moon is in Scorpio? Don't buy clothes when the moon is in Scorpio. On the 9th of December, people stay away from that. Listen, I'm sorry for any clothes stores out there that might be thinking, what the fuck is this guy doing? You're putting us out of business. No, I'll make your company business. I will make you money. That's what I will do. This is asking, is this why Scorpios like to wear black? Because our shit gets wrecked. There's an element of truth to that. Shout outs to Liz Norman Astrology. Shout out to Sister Kemi. But I sell clothes. Oh, you see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? I know there's gonna be somebody out there saying, you're gonna shut down my business. No, I'm not gonna shut down your business. I will improve your business. I will empower your business. I will make your business make more money than it's ever seen. However, do not buy clothes when the moon is in Scorpio. It's not so favorable. Sister Kemi, you sell clothes. It's different. You could sell clothes. You just don't buy the clothes. And I know what you're thinking. Listen, this is what the world is built on. You win some, you lose some. What do you think this is? It's a monopoly. Life is a monopoly. If you didn't know that now. Where somebody gains, somebody loses somewhere. It's the law. When something's going up for somebody, it's going down for somebody. It's the wheel of karma. When that wheel turns, when somebody's on top, well, somebody's going down, somebody's on their way down, and somebody's on their way up. You got to know when your cycle is, which is what astrology is all about. It's all about knowing your cycles. So that's okay, Sister Cam. You can sell your clothes. You can sell your clothes. You can sell your agbada. No problem. What are you selling? Silk? Ankara? Don't worry. Selling clothes is fine. That's fine. No. There's no problems there. You just got to be a bit mindful because the thing you see, the moon rules things like clothes, ornaments, things that we can tend to use on a day-to-day basis. And Scorpio, because it's ruled by Mars, has a very kind of a rough kind of a hard kind of energy to it. So what tends to happen is when people buy clothes in those times, they tend to tear. That's one of the that's one of the main things that tends to happen. It's not so much that I mean, yeah, you buy the clothes, but that particular clothes is prone to getting torn or damaged easily. That's what happens. That's the lowdown behind it. So yeah. Christiane is saying, but we can buy from charity shop. No, not even from charity shop, baby. It will be better from a charity shop, but no. Venus retrograde is good for buying from a charity shop. Venus retrograde, even Mercury retrograde, yeah, that's good for charity. But buying new clothes, don't go and buy a YSL or a Chanel or the Prada, Gucci, all this lovely wears, Michael Kors and all this stuff that you ladies like to wear to look nice and beautiful. If it's something, listen, if you're gonna buy something, go Primark, okay? Yeah, tenner. It's all right. That's okay. That's okay. Oh, she said yes. Oh, Sister Kevin, you're answering me, yeah. What if my customer wants to do express? Yeah, I mean, yeah, do express. Of course. Of course, you've got to cater for the customers. It's the customers that are just got to be. So I think that advice is more for the buyer, not for the seller. It's more for the consumer, not for the seller. So yeah. Oh dang. So we just have to be punks and wear rips and safety pins. Yeah. Something like that. You saw Michael Jackson. He got those planets. He got that ascendant in Scorpio. That's why he loved wearing them rip jeans and all that. Don't mess with Michael Jackson. People think he's some big softy. Hey, listen, don't get it twisted. Yeah, he was a Virgo. That guy's a Michael Jackson, a bad man. Don't get it twisted. So yeah. Yes. How you doing? I see you in the building, bro. Yes, I'm good. I'm gonna shout you afterwards. Yeah, Team Scorpio. All right, shout out to Team Scorpio. No worries there. Ascendant and Sun. Okay. So we've got somebody with a Scorpio ascendant. No, it's cool, but yeah, moon in. I mean, if you've got Scorpio rising, I mean, you've got the Venus coming into your sign right now. So that's good. That's good. It's a good look. Like I said, you'll get a present. I betcha. You get something nice. Probably make a big sales with that. So yeah. Shout out to MS. Is it MS? So yeah, cool stuff. So yeah, so watch that. So that's going to be on the 9th of December. So 9th of December, again, so roundabout from the 11th of December, then the opposition with Venus peak. So do watch out how you're spending your money, people, around that particular time. Venus, Jupiter opposition has a tendency to overdo, to overbuy, to overspend. That's another thing that could also happen with this particular configuration. You overspend. You buy something, they say, oh, it's on a deal. They're extending this Black Friday thing. Like, brother, who you trying to fool? Like, Black Friday was last week. Like, I'm still getting emails. Last chance. Extended Black Friday. They want to extend it again to this Friday, and then the one after. Please, listen. Be mindful with this one, because I'm sure there's still going to be some people extending Black Friday. So you could overspend. You end up buying something and then finding out that it's not actually worth what you thought, or you buy it and then you're walking down the road. Has this ever happened to you? You bought something, you walk down the road, and you see the exact same thing for nearly half the price for what you just paid for. And it's like, what? Listen, yeah, those are them. That's that kind of stuff. Or you go online and see the exact same thing and it's selling half price. Yeah. So do watch out. Jupiter, Venus. It's a common one. A lot of people, you know, they get that. Islington Healing Work. Hello, welcome to the building. So watch out, 9th of December. Don't put Sister Kemi out of business. Support Sister Kemi. Buy her products. She's got beautiful products. Buy her clothes. Got beautiful clothes. However, just don't do it on the 9th. Do it before. Do it now. buy before the 9th so that she has to restock around the 9th and the 10th, and then on the 11th you buy again. How about that? So yeah. So 9th, 9th, 10th is when Venus Jupiter is going to peak. Then it starts to wane after that. From about the 11th, it starts to wane. However, on the what? Why is it saying preparing to live stream? Oh, no, I thought I was live streaming already. A message is coming up on my screen saying prepare to live stream. Prepare to live stream what? I'm live streaming already, brother. Come off my screen. Yeah, do it now. Do it now, Sister Kevin says. Do it now, exactly. Buy now. So what is it I was going to say? We've got a new moon coming up. Let me just get the time. It's going to be at 20 degrees. 20 degrees. So it's going to be on the 12th. This is GMT time. For those of you on the Eastern, it probably will be later. And for those of you, when I say Eastern, I never understand why America, people on the East Coast of America, I get it. They say Eastern time. Americans say Eastern time or Central time. They're talking their East. Brother, you know, America's like, I suppose every country is the same, right? Everything's from your own perspective, from your own perception. Everything is revolving around you. Yeah? America say Eastern time. What is, to you, somebody in India, I'm in London, UK, any country that's east of me is east. But New York is west of me. So I get, sometimes it's like people in America go, oh, what, 5 p.m. Eastern time? And I'm like, what? Eastern time? You mean East your time? You mean East for America? It's like, no. If it was really put in perspective, Americans, if they were trying to adjust it to the UK time, they would be saying Western time, not Eastern, because you're west of Europe. Oh dear. It is what it is. But I get it. So it may be earlier in the day, is what I wanted to say about this new moon. For those of you in America. Whether you're east or west. So we're going to have a new moon in Sagittarius on the 12th of December at 20 degrees of Sagittarius. Guess what, people? This new moon is going to be squaring Neptune. You've got to be kidding me. Yeah, it's going to be squaring Neptune. And on that same day, Mercury stations to go retrograde. Mercury stations to go retrograde on the 12th of December. So we're going to be in a retrograde period. People, you know the coup, back up everything. Well, I've done backed up mine. I've lost files. Mercury square Neptune. I've lost hella files. I've had to put all my clients' information back in again manually, and I still haven't finished. It's a madness. So, new moon. in Sagittarius, square Neptune. What can I say? Well, it's about planting those new seeds, isn't it? This is a fiery one. Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter. Sagittarius has got that kind of optimistic, very lucky, happy-go-lucky kind of energy. So we can plant something really good here. It's a good opportunity. But do be mindful. Why? It's square Neptune. Be realistic with it. You can use your imagination, but, know how to channel that imagination into something that is, visionary. Sagittarius has the vision. It's forward moving. Why is this thing on my screen, which keeps saying preparing live stream? Preparing what live stream? I'm already live. And it's blocking my view as well. Anywho, shout outs to Greta in the building. How you doing? What's that? Iramasa. Shout out to Iramasa in the building. Okay, so new moon we're going to have on the 12th of December. On that same day as well, we're going to be having a Mercury retrograde. Mercury is going to start his retrograde from that day. He actually stations on the 12th. I believe he stations even on the 13th as well. Stations to start going retrograde. How you doing, Greta? I hope you're well. Welcome to the show, Lunar Lounge. And then he starts moving retrograde. So from about like the 13th, 14th, then he's going to start going retrograde. What else do we have? It's quite interesting. You see, again, we had this earlier on. I said earlier on, around about April time, September, not April, September. Mercury retrograde. This Mercury retrograde, he's going to be trining Jupiter. Mercury will trine Jupiter. Shout outs to Zuzana. Is it Zuzana? Shout outs to you. Join on the Instagram live. So Mercury, while he's going retrograde, he's going to trine Jupiter. That's good. Especially around, from the 14th, 15th of December, 16th of December. He comes back. He trines Jupiter exact on the 18th of December. So we got some good stuff here. We'll be getting some good stuff. What else are we going to be having? And just before I finish, to also mention, starting from about the 14th of December, so just shortly after, actually even earlier, on that same, so I've kind of spoken about it. We've got the new moon. The new moon's going to be at 20 degrees. It squares Neptune. So people, we're going to be confused as fuck around this time. So know what you're doing. Excuse my French. We are going to be confused as fuck around the 12th of December because there's going to be a new moon, right? Moon's hidden. And then it's going to be square Neptune. And then the sun and moon, the sun will continue. The moon's going to move on quite quick, right? Fine. But then the sun is going to start to square Neptune. Like that's a madness. It really is. And then Neptune, and then Mercury's going retrograde as well. It's like, that is a craziness. And that will go on until, it will go on until the sun moves into Capricorn, which will be on the 22nd. The sun will move into Capricorn. When he moves into Capricorn, we'll get stable. So basically, from about the 12th of December, people pay attention, from the 12th of December to about the 22nd of December, I'd say maybe even about the 20th. Let's say the 20th of December. From the 12th so for about a week and a bit, it's going to be confusion time. Okay? Watch what kind of decisions you're making. People are going to be very, very sensitive during this particular time. It's a great time for meditation. Great time for doing something spiritual. Great time for doing something charitable. Open up your hearts, open up your minds, let it all in. But it's going to be, to try to make certain concrete decisions, it may not be too favorable during that particular time. From the 12th of December to, I'd say the 20th, but there still might be something in the air, but definitely 22nd. As soon as the sun, 21st, 22nd, as soon as the sun moves into Capricorn, yeah, which is also going to be what? The winter solstice. I'll talk about that. Shout outs to Charlotte and shout outs to Favon, who have joined also on the Instagram. So on the 21st of December, sun moves into Capricorn. It's the winter solstice. So yeah, we'll be also we'll be lining up, won't we, for the big Christmas. Also as well, we got Hanukkah for the Jewish people at the beginning of December. We're gonna have what else? Hanukkah for the Jewish people. We've got Christmas for the Christians. We got Kwanzaa for the African people. List goes on. What other celebrations going on in December? Yeah. So we know December's a celebrative month. It's the last month of the year also as well. Got to do something big here at the Lunar Lounge. So let's see how that also goes as well. Shout outs to Jackie in the building. Welcome. So yeah, I think I'll leave it on that note. I can stop sharing. I want to know why this thing keeps saying, yeah, meeting is now streaming live on YouTube. I know that. Why are you telling me that? Why are you telling me something I already know? I don't get it. I don't get it. So, what's happening? Competition time, people. Now, I asked a question. It looks like this question is going to roll up. Two of the people who answered this question are my students, supposedly. I know, the sins of the father, yeah? Anywho, this book has been up for grabs for 3 weeks now. I don't know if I should repeat the same question. I think I will. I'm tempted to ask another question for another book. There's another book that's coming up for grabs. So I will ask another question. Yeah. What is the question going to be, though? That's the thing. Okay, I know what to do. The question for this one, again, last week, it's a book called Saturn Through the Ages by a good friend of mine, Charles Orbit. The question was, if the sun is at 10 degrees of Taurus and Venus is at 28 degrees of Gemini, what astrological phenomena is about to take place, is about to happen? I've had I've had more than two answers, but two of them are my students. Somebody else has also tried to answer. I'm going to go to it right now. All answers are wrong. Okay? Now, I'm going to leave it on the board. Someone just telling me I forgot to. Well, you've got a chance now to answer this. But I'm going to leave it on the board. Okay? Christian, Patricia, both of your answers are wrong. Yeah. Yeah, both of your answers are wrong, unfortunately. I quite like a little bit of the twist that that Patricia sent in. But no, it was wrong. Christian, no, you're wrong as well. So yeah, and at the end of his saying, bless him, he's put, hopefully I have the right answer. No, you don't. I'm gonna leave it on the board. The email to which you send the answer to is the Lunar Lounge podcast at gmail.com. The Lunar Lounge podcast at gmail.com. I'll repeat the question again. That's for this book. The Lunar Lounge podcast at gmail. Do not answer now. Do not answer now. The answer, the first person who inboxes me next week, Wednesday, from 12 midnight GMT time, from 12 p.m. midnight GMT next week. The first person who answers, send it into my inbox. The first one that comes in from 12 o'clock gets it. The question is, if the sun is at 10 degrees of Taurus and Venus is at 28 degrees of Gemini, what astrological phenomena is about to happen? If you text me the answer next week, sorry, I say text, email me at thelunarloungepodcast.com. For those of you who are watching the recording, because you do know that I'm streaming live right now on YouTube. However, shortly after, I take it down and I put it in. So for those of you watching it, it will come up underneath, right? It's coming up. It's there. Yeah? The Lunar Lounge Podcast at gmail.com. Send the answer there next week. 12. The reason why I do that, because it gives people who don't, because most people actually, not many, most people who do listen to my wonderful, beautiful show, tell a friend, to tell the family member, to tell a friend, to tell their lover, to tell their mum, dad, auntie, uncle, son, daughter, to tell another friend to subscribe and listen to the show. Email me next week, Wednesday. So for those people who listen on the podcast, who listen on the go, it gives them an opportunity to participate. So somebody might listen to this tomorrow, day after tomorrow, but they still have a chance up until next week. What is next week's date? Is it going to be the 6th? Let me bring up the calendar. It is the 6th. Oh, God. I'm a genius, aren't I? Mathematical genius, I am. I know the dates of the week. Next week, the 6th. So it gives them a chance to get in. Saturn through the ages. Again, the question is, if the sun is at 10 degrees of Taurus and Venus is at 28 degrees of Taurus, what astrological activity is about to happen? Do not answer me now. Next week, Wednesday, first person who inboxes me at the Lunar Lounge Podcast, gmail.com, will get this wonderful book, Saturn Through the Ages. Okay. That's up for grabs. I've got my students here pulling out their head, trying to figure it all out. I've got another one up for grabs. Oh, this one's a classic. You need this one. Another Bonarte. I gave away a couple of Bonarte books. For a couple of you have won them. My students, of course. I should ban my students. You shouldn't even be allowed at these competitions. You should be getting these hands down. You can't even get this book. I should not even be putting this book up. You cannot get this book again. However, Libra Astronomy Tractos. So it's quite interesting with this one because it's called The Errata. It's book 3 and 6, funny enough. I don't know, where's book 2, 3, 4? I think I've got actually a few of the other ones that are missing, but they've, classical shit. This is classical shit. Gotta know your shit. What is the question for this one? Again, I'm gonna give you another tactical question. Okay. Pay very close attention now. Pay very close attention. Saturn is at 5 degrees of Aries. Venus is at 7 degrees of Aries. And Mars is at 10 degrees of Aries. What position is Venus in? If you get the answer, you get this book. It's yours. Okay. That should be an easy one, actually. I repeat the question again. Saturn is at 5 degrees of Aries. Venus is at 7 degrees of Aries. And Mars is at 10 degrees of Aries. What position is Venus in? What astrological position is Venus in? Let me put it that way. What astrological position? What's the name of the astrological position Venus is in? Again, answer next week. Shout out to Valeria. How you doing? So the answer will be again, first person who inboxes me next week. Again, the Lunar Lounge podcast at gmail.com. First person who inboxes me from 7. Why did I say from 7? From 12 p.m. 12 p.m. 12 p.m. I don't know why I said 7. So yeah, shout outs. Don't answer now. Sister Kem's asking me the aspects. No, it's got a name. It's got a name. Saturn's at 5 degrees of Aries. Venus is at 7 degrees of Aries. Mars is at 10 degrees. What is the name? What is the name of the positioning? Not the aspect. I know what you're thinking. The answer is not conjunction. So get that out of your mind. Shout out to what's that? Baby Clothes. Is it Baby Clothes? Shout out to Baby Clothes. The answer is not conjunction. So get it out. If you're going to answer conjunction, no, that's not it. What position is Venus in? I think that's why it's better to say that. What position is Venus in? Although you could still say conjunction, but the answer is not conjunction. So just letting you know. What position is Venus in? Okay. Right. You can let me know next week what the thing is. People are already answering already. I don't know. I don't get it. The answer should not be until next week. What's wrong with you guys, man? Jackson saying I want to know too. Tiffany saying the time difference messes me up. Tiffany, you know you can send an email. You can set the timer. You know that. You know you can draft an email and put it on a timer and it will send it for 12 a.m. next week, Wednesday. So, listen, we're in the world of technology. There's no excuses. The way AI is taking over, we're about to be taken over by robots, people. Not about to be taken over. We are taken over by robots. For all you know, you are watching a robot right now. What, you think this is really Israel? Affirmative. Yeah. But yeah, we're about to be taken over by robots, people. Make no mistake about it. That time of the week. Tarot card of the week, baby. So let's say yeah, you don't answer now. Okay. So let's see. Next week. Who's gonna be the winner? 2 books up for grabs. 2 books. Get it there. Okay. Sister Kemi saying it's my real face. It's AI, man. That's what's going to be happening in about 5-10 years from now. I can't be bothered to do the show. I just get my robot to come in, AI, clone of me, program it, Do the show. Do the podcast. Yeah. Okay. All right. So I'm shuffling the cards. Tarot card of the week. Let's see. Sister Kevin's letting me know she's a clone. I hope not. Okay, so let's have a look at what the tarot card of the week is going to be. Dun, dun, dun. I need some drum roll. Next week, I should be having all these kind of fancy sound effects and all that kind of stuff. They should be in the building from next week. So what have we got? Well, we have got the King of Wands. Time for action, people. Time for action. Okay, so the King of Wands comes out for us today. Nice card. It's the Aries nature. It's connected to the Aries sign. So the King of Wands is a card of action, a card of motivation. The King of Wands is letting us know that over the course of the next 7 weeks, that we need to start acting more. We need to be more motivated, more ambitious. We will be more motivated. We will be more ambitious. This card indicates that we need to become, he's a king. So we need to be moving like a king. We need to be, being at the forefront of what we need to do. We need to be getting in the driver's seat. A little bit like the Emperor, a little bit. Similar. It's got similar energies. So the King of Wands is letting us know that we need to be assertive. We need to be brave. We need to be courageous. We need to take on any kind of challenge or any kind of obstacle that is before us or that it bestows us. That is what this card essentially is about. So we need to get in there, baby. So it's all about action. Quite phallic also as well. Action, potency, competitiveness. And we need to channel all that energy into some area of creativity, whether it's in our work life, it's to do with our career, our vocation. That's where we need to do that. So yeah, somebody's asking me to swing that wand. Yeah. That one will be swung somewhere over the course of the next 7 days. That's for sure. But wands are quite funny. Wands obviously are often associated with magicians, or we see them in films. Staffs, wands, rods. In the Bible, there's reference. Moses had a rod, didn't he? Had a staff or one. These are all. They're to do with power. Okay, they're connected with leadership. They have the ability to open things up, and that's what this card is about: opening up new doors, opening up new avenues. So that is the tarot card of the week today. King of Wands, people. And that is the Lunar Lounge over. Everyone will have skins. Everyone will have skins. What does that mean, Angela? Everyone will have skins? What kind of skins? What kind of skins are you talking about? Are you flirting with me? Listen, people, it's been a wonderful day. I'm going to go back to sucking on my oranges as I have been all day. I'm addicted to these bad boys. Do remember I have a Sunday show as well, or it gets uploaded on the Sunday. It's not as long as this one, and obviously it's not live. Obviously it's not on YouTube, but you can listen to it on any of the podcast platforms. I'm available on all the podcast platforms. Again, subscribe, follow, support. Leave a comment also as well. Spotify, Apple, you know, you can leave a comment there too. Leave a comment also on my YouTube channel. Leave a comment, subscribe, follow, tell a friend. You know, let's get the show going. So yeah. On that note, that is me for today. And like I said, you can catch the show, and I will be back on Sunday. But of course, with the live show, I will be back next week, Wednesday. Same place, man, same time, 12:30 p.m. UK time. I will be taking down the YouTube, and then just, you know, putting some wordings in, and then I will be uploading it again later this evening. I've got a busy day today, I'll tell you. I'm not looking forward to it. Busy. But hey, that's me for the day. Thank you very much. And I look forward to joining you again next week. Same place, time, same place, same time. Mercury Neptune be getting me. On that note, watch out for Chill and Spill. I'm gonna put it up also on the YouTube as well. Put it their YouTube address. So check out these ladies, man. Shout outs to Nubian. Thank you for having me on the show. Great. I look forward to coming back there again. It was a great laugh. Seriously. People, that's me. Have a great day. Have a blessed week. And I shall be with you again next week. On that note, people, I am out. Thank you.
Welcome to the Lunar Lounge.
The Hitmakers.
Welcome to the Lunar Lounge.